Jennifer Dolman, and I am the beekeeper behind Farmer's Daughter Honey, and I'm here today to show you all my fantastic products that my wonderful bees make. So honey is a marvelous item. You can use it in so many different things. I wasn't even really a honey eater before I became a beekeeper. It's only now I've really fallen in love with all the amazing things you can do with honey. So I've got liquid honey in different sizes, and I've got creamed honey. So a lot of the old timers or a lot of the traditionalists really like spoon honey or something that you spread with a knife. And I've also got all kinds of cool honey infusions. Definitely in love with my cinnamon honey. It's hard for me to actually keep up with demand, but I have no problem working for that. Hot pepper honey, which is great for marinades, chocolate honey, pumpkin spice honey, and then of course, we actually separate our honeys based on when we harvest. So we have spring, summer, and fall honey based on the nectar source that the bees travel to. So the flavor profile within each of them is very different. And the neat thing about buying local honey is no two are the same, even from year to year. So you can buy my honey and you can buy one of my neighbors who are beekeepers, and the honeys will be actually, sometimes they can be fairly similar, but a lot of the times they'll be fairly different too, depending on where the bees forage. And then of course my beeswax, which you can use to make candles. I do tea lights and some other ones, and then some cool little scented wafers. My kids like unicorns and dinosaurs as melties. And I'm working on some nice bee salves. But a lot of people just buy the beeswax raw to make their own. My favorite type of honey is my spring harvest. This is kind of the rarer of the honeys, and I find it very delicate and subtle. If you're looking for more of a caramel flavor, that's where the fall honey takes place. And my creamed honey is often my summer honey whenever the sunflowers are in bloom, as well as the basswood trees. And so it's got a really great minty aftertaste. But again, because of the sunflowers, it crystallizes quickly, which is why most of the time it's sold, I sell it as creamed honeys. This is the Ottawa Valley Beekeeper's Meadow Mix. So a lot of the time we hear on social media and in the general media about how we need to save the bees. And we absolutely do, because as many people know, bees are very important. And as a farmer, I know all too well how important bees are because I need them to help pollinate my crops. But when I was looking at a lot of these mixes, they weren't designed for the Ottawa Valley. They were made with seeds that aren't going to overwinter, or worse, seeds that were actually going to be a problem. They'd be invasive species. Biodiversity is important, but you need to make sure the natural flora and fauna aren't at risk. And so this is one I've designed to be a meadow mix. So it's not necessarily for flower beds, but if you've got the edge of where you mow your grass, the ditches, any fields that are worn out, and this is perfectly safe to use in hay fields as well. There's nothing here that'll be toxic to horses. And so what this is we are doing this as a fundraiser, the Upper Ottawa Valley Beekeepers Association, and proceeds from the seeds, or the sale of these seeds, goes to help with honeybee research at the University of Guelph for the tech transfer program, which is focused specifically on helping find breeds and best management practices to keep Ontario honeybees healthy and strong. So for me, I was always interested in bees, but I always thought it was something I was going to do, when I retired or down the road. But I'm a farmer, and I have been a farmer for a long time, and I'm very passionate about farming. And lately, it just seems like everywhere I go, the public were thinking that farmers were hurting bees or killing bees. And so I was worried that maybe I was doing something wrong, and I wanted to better understand. So I thought, well, I'm somebody who learns to do by doing. So I thought I would learn about the bees. So the main reason why I wanted to become a beekeeper was to make sure that my farming practices were sustainable. And in doing so, I'm actually learning that it's making me a better beekeeper too. Beekeeping is a very integral part of agriculture. And thankfully, I get to make amazing honey and have fun playing outside all day. So it's a great perk. So the core values that really speak to me in my beekeeping and in my Farmer's Daughter Honey and in my farming practices are obviously sustainability and biodiversity. They're really important to me for the strength of our community and my family and myself. But lately I'm also noticing that it's actually a really nice connectivity. right now people want to be supporting local, and they want to be eating safe, nutritious, healthy food, and they want to be helping save the bees and helping local farmers, and this is amazing because it does all of those things. So I'm meeting new people outside my normal area of friends, meeting people who don't know farmers, and we actually have some amazing conversations to learn about it and talk about some of the great practices we do and how much fun it is being a beekeeper. So aside from honey, bees actually produce all kinds of amazing things. So I sell beeswax. Beeswax is something that the bees use to cap the honey. And so I actually have it just straight beeswax for crafters, and I make sure it's really good quality because I know it's really important to people if they're making lotions or salves that it's very pure. I also have wonderful friends that have made some candles for me, and I do my own tea lights. These ones are lavender, and I also have lemongrass and vanilla, and it's just a lot of fun to experiment with the different smells. I also do little scented wafers for melting. My kids like dinosaurs and unicorns. And beeswax food wraps are a really neat thing. So I enjoy finding really neat fabrics, and yeah, it's just really nice to offer non-plastic options. So this is a beeswax food wrap, and it's a nice alternative to plastic. Beeswax is actually naturally antiseptic, so it's very safe for using for food, and it should be non-allergenic for people. And so what this is just fabric that's been soaked in beeswax to make it so it's pliable and waterproof. And it's great for things like baked goods or sandwiches. A lot of teachers are now wanting you to not have plastic in your lunches. Plus this is just really fun. It looks like a little package. And you can use an elastic or a twine, and now that's there, and it also has the beautiful smell of honey. So you can find Farmer's Daughter Honey and many of our products at farmersdaughterhoney.com, as well as our Facebook page. And we are blessed to have many local community supporters in local businesses, which can also be found on our website. I also do deliveries in the Douglas area, and I have no problem shipping. We have a lot of fans from far away that appreciate our honey. So it's easy to find, and it's a great way to support local.